What's going on, everybody? So back at it again with another video, and this time, while I was going through my Twitter, my little Twitter feed, I'm seeing various people post about the Evo France or Evo France, Tekken, and I'm learning that at the time of this recording, which is right now 2:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 11th, that Kurohige and Knee, either they both lost or they're both eliminated. I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention, and then I saw another clip of which I reposted and quoted on my Twitter feed of I watched this guy named Fergus beating Knee with that absolute brain rot character Asuka. And I will get into that in a moment. So now I just feel like I just enjoy on maybe a cathartic level yapping about this dumbass party game called Tekken 8. And I actually have to admit I was very surprised that the last video I did has over 1,000 views. I was not. I was, and you know what? I guess maybe I'll just say I don't think this one will do well. Because I was expecting that other video at best maybe 50 views. So shout out to each and every one of you guys that tuned into that video, which was yesterday, and did your liking and your commenting and stuff like that. And I didn't agree with a few of you guys' comments. Most of you I kind of agreed with, but a few that I did not. And it's no shade against you guys. I know some of the people are more so casual. Some of you don't really understand business. Some of you don't really see the problems that Tekken 8 presents. And that's fine. Not everything is for everybody, and not everything is for everyone's understanding. Totally understand that, because me going through the wide array of issues that Tekken 8 has. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So you have absurd character balancing, where I even argue and question if the development team even had a balanced team. And I don't mean like their next door neighbors. I mean like some pro level players were given X amount of time with the game to go through all of the craziness that people are steadily finding out in the game. I highly doubt they even did that. So that's number one. Number two, the whole rage art situation. Now, I've said this many times, and I'll just cover this real quick for those that may see this channel for the first time. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing, and even more so, even join the channel as a member. It's only $2, people. It's not going to kill anybody. But anyway, the whole rage art thing, as I've said many times, it has to do, the issue lies primarily in the startup. I've seen one guy comment on the last video saying, "Oh, you could just jump over it." I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I looked at that, I can't say I looked at the guy, but I try to be as respectful as possible. But you're not jumping over a fucking rage art. Let's cut the shit. Let's cut the shit. Okay, so all right, you're gonna try to, all right, whatever. Okay, so you're just gonna look like an idiot trying to jump over something that you're trying to anticipate somebody's gonna do. That don't even make no fucking sense. The fact, and the thing that's even more sad about that is that you have players like that individual who, and no shade against him, but a mechanic is bad in the game when you have to come up with all of these outrageous ways to find a way around it, jumping over it. If the mechanic wasn't as stupid as it was, you probably wouldn't need to jump over it. Or more importantly, in a game that is rooted in aggression, as the devs have marketed this game to being, you wouldn't have to literally sit your controller down and say, you know what? I'm going to completely abandon all of my momentum and my aggression, and I'm going to wait and see if you are just going to go YOLO and do a rage art. Now, if that player doesn't do the rage art, now you have essentially allowed your opponent back in the match. Now you have to deal with their offense. So all of that did not have to happen if you were to just simply finish them off. But you can't really just go and finish them off, can you? Because at any point in time, they could just press down forward and both punches, one input, instant activation, instant invincibility, no sidestepping, no nothing. You're just going to watch a cutscene. And then you have someone actually mentioned this in the video. I just saw his comment. I don't know if he was correcting someone on my behalf, but I like how he framed it, that rage drives as what I call win buttons, because literally, see this Xbox controller? You're literally, let me see if I'm facing this way. Yeah, you're literally pressing this button right here. Win button. Win button. So he calls it like rage art number 2. And it's funny when I think about it, he's actually right. Because they do similar damage. They actually do similar damage. And it's just that with the win button or rage drive, and guys, when I say win button, I mean the rage drives. So let's just put that out there. So with the win button, you can at least, well, actually, no, I'm thinking about armor. Yeah, I was about to say you could grab it, you can low attack it. That's the armor attack. Pfft, dummy me. But yeah, man, there are just so many things wrong with the game. And then also I cannot forget about the stability issues. I can't forget about that. Even though I may not have this particular issue, but there are other players out there that do wait for, period of time for matches. Like the wait time is a little bit wild in some cases. The cheating situation, it has gotten to the point for me where if you accept a match from someone that is on PC, especially PC, you are rolling the dice. Because for me, unless I know that player, like I know that player, I know of the player, I'm probably not going to accept if you are on PC. Now, when I'm live streaming and doing my little suffering stream, it doesn't really care because I'm there to suffer for my audience. I'm there to play this dumbass game for their enjoyment, and anybody else that is new that joins the channel for their enjoyment with the hope that they'll subscribe and or join the memberships. So that's why I call those Tekken streams the suffering streams, because I'm literally suffering playing that dumbass game. So yeah, you have the character balance issues, you have the game mechanic issues, which is like the rage arts, the win button rage drives and things of that nature. You have documentary long combos where you're basically on a conveyor belt getting bounced around from one screen to the next. You get smashed into the ground, combo, heat burst, or whatever the fuck the shit is. You get tail spin. It's like the amount of damage and the amount of combo hits and time for a Tekken 8 combo is laughable in the saddest sense. This is why I refer to this game as a fucking party game. Now it is not lost on me. I just got to put this out there. It is not lost on me that there are people that that love the game. There are people that they for whatever reasons they love Tekken 8. And I'm not the type of person to throw shade toward anybody for liking what they like. Even I can admit, and I wanted to do a video about this and just say there are aspects about Tekken I enjoy, Tekken 8 specifically. I enjoy teaching people, coaching people. I enjoy breaking down a character and just kind of creating little starter guides to kind of get new players on board. So just because I have my own personal and justifiable issues toward the direction of the Tekken franchise, as well as the lack of character balance and the insane mechanics, it doesn't mean that for me as a how I am, that I don't enjoy showing people new things, breaking down their characters with the intent on making you, even if it's 1% better. Because, me not liking Tekken 8 is irrelevant compared to how you feel. And that goes for any game. Like, you can say all these YouTubers and content creators in general that will shit on a game. Hey, at the end of the day, if you love the game, fuck what anybody else has to say. Now, you can look at somebody and say, okay, well, this person didn't like it, so let me see what the issue is for myself. You can look at it from that standpoint, and that's generally how I look at it, even from like other genres and other games. Like, for instance, I don't like how woke and how much identity politics that was shoved into the failed Dragon Age the Veilguard. But I ended up liking aspects about the game that had nothing to do with the narration of that particular character that was non-binary in a fucking role-playing game. I enjoyed the combat, the music, I liked the graphics. So I enjoyed different aspects of the game, and I feel that there are some people out there that feel the same about Tekken 8, despite my critiques, despite my frustrations, justifiable or not. If you're the type of person that just fucking loves the game, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I will still break down characters. I will still take characters into the lab. And hell, if you have a character you want me to work on, you want me to, break down and show some strategies and tactics over my 30 years of experience, join one of the channel memberships and I will do that. I have done that. But if we're going to talk about just my personal feelings toward this game and looking at it from a design standpoint, Tekken 8 has a lot of issues. Not limited to the cheaters, not limited to like the fucking hackers that literally run scripts on the game, not limited to the insane character balancing or lack thereof, not limited to the mechanics of heat and rage that literally is not even needed in this game. It's not. It's fucking not. It literally feels like those mechanics, especially the heat system, it literally feels like that was something that was just added on as an afterthought. Because you don't need that mechanic in Tekken. It's not as intrinsically linked as the drive gauge system is for Street Fighter 6. Because I've said this repeatedly, if we are entering into a battle in Tekken 8, if you activate heat, you do your rage drive, I do the same thing, and then we fight, we are now playing classic Tekken, at least more or less. Now the only thing it comes down to is the character balancing issues, which for me personally, as I've said in the prior video, I've competed against some of the more bullshit characters over the lifespan of Tekken. So I can deal with, while I don't like it, but I can deal with and manage bullshit characters. But when you layer that with heat, which makes an already bullshit character level 5 over 9,000 level bullshit, and then we have the possibility of, even if I manage to get your health down, I have to now contend with you possibly going YOLO with a rage art. So I have to factor in all of that unnecessarily. That is the issues that I see with this game. Now, would my perspective change about the game if I had my main? Yes. I would gladly pay whatever it's $7 or whatever dollars to have Lei Wulong as a character that I can use again for Tekken 8. 100%. Do I have Anna bought? No. Will I have Armor King? No. Will I have that Mary character? Fuck no. I have Fakamram because I am a fan of Muay Thai, much like I'm going to eventually buy Sagat for Street Fighter 6. But all the other characters, no. When they bring out that cancer character Marduk, I have no interest. When they bring back Bob, because they're going to bring those characters back. They're going to bring back Bob. They're going to bring back Marduk. They're going to bring back Julia. I hope and I suspect they will bring back Lei. But yeah, this game, I will say that if the heat and the rage arts were reworked in such a way to where, number one, if rage arts, and I've said this many, many times, and I apologize if you've heard me say this before, if rage arts had the same weaknesses as an armor attack, whereby you go and try to activate YOLO your rage art, I can grab you and snuff you out of the animation. If you're doing a rage art and I strike you low with a low attack, your rage art gets snuffed out. At that point, I will still not be a fan of rage arts, but that is where you would have real counterplay. Why? The counterplay is simply this, for those that don't understand, is instead of me abandoning all of my offense, all of my earned momentum and pressure, I can instead, if I make the read that, you know what, you're going to just go YOLO with a rage art, I could just grab you, or I can just attack you low. Now, you as the opponent that is looking to do the rage art, you can just simply either just go for a low parry or just crouch block low, which will take care of both of those options. But you see, the match will still keep going. There wouldn't be a moment where I'm having to fucking abandon my entire fucking plan of action because you're flashing red. Like that's the thing, especially in a game that has been marketed as we're going to make this game aggressive, but yet and still, and I've said this as well, and it bears repeating, you have a game that is themed off of aggression, but you have mechanics in this game that causes the winning player that is being aggressive to halt their aggression. Like, what the fuck? Like, the way it should be is, like I said, if you have heat, if you have rage and you're about to do a rage art, I just go and grab you. So therefore, I'm maintaining my pressure, but I'm just doing it in a different way, as opposed to just not doing anything. And then you, as the defensive player, can make the read, duck, and then while standing, punish or what have you. Or now I can go as a winning player and threaten with something, make you duck, and there's the counterplay. But as it stands right now with a rage art is, I'm just gonna stop what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna wait and see if you go YOLO or not. That's not counterplay. That's not counterplay, folks. I'm sorry if somebody told you that, somebody told you wrong. That is not counterplay. That's not. It just isn't. You know, it's like somebody saying, you know, I had an idea. I was thinking about Kazuya, like, you know, when people would say sidestep left, I think it's sidestep left if you want to avoid his hell sweep or something like that. That's a counterplay. That's a counterplay. That is a form of counterplay. You know? So there are things about Tekken 8 that I appreciate. I think that they have an exceptional practice mode. I think the graphics look great. Like I said, I've said many times, Everything before round one fight is great for Tekken. I think it's good. Looks good, has good presentation, character assets largely look good. The stage designs are pretty solid. The music is pretty good. It's not the best of the franchise, but it's still pretty much pretty good. The options, the game was launched in a largely completed state, unlike the launch of Street Fighter V and the launch of I can even go back as the launch of Dead or Alive 6, the launch of Dragon Ball Fighters, the launch of Street Fighter V, the launch of MK1. Tekken 8 launched in a much better state than all of those games. So when it comes to that aspect, I will give them credit for that. And also the load times is exceptional. I think sometimes people need to go back and play Tekken 7 to kind of see the graphical leap and the load time. So I will give the developers their due on that front. But when it comes to the Rage art system, when it comes to, and I understand that Rage has been a part of Tekken, I can even go as far back as Tekken Tag 1, because Tekken Tag 1 had something called Netsu. And Netsu, for those, my fellow OGs would remember this, Netsu would activate differing times depending on the character, depending on the team you have. So some characters pair well. I think with Heihachi and Kazuya, they Netsu'd very slow, if at all. But some other characters paired together, the minute you beat on one character, the other character starts to flash red or something like that. That's where when you tag that character in, they're doing a little bit extra damage. So you can look at the concept of Rage existed even back during the Tekken 1 era. And then I can remember, I don't remember in Tekken 4, but in Tekken 5, definitely had the inclusion of Rage. And all it was just, your character did a little extra damage. That was it. And I was largely fine with that. But then we started getting the Rage arts and these fucking cinematics. And now, if you look at how it has evolved into Tekken 8, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I know that the chances of the Namco developers reworking Heat and reworking the Rage art is slim to none. We stand a better chance at seeing them nerf and do a large scale balancing across the board. I still have my reservations on to what degree certain characters will be nerfed. If it's if it's beyond a slap on the wrist, if it's like a real meaningful nerf, I don't know. But I mean, time will tell. I know that tomorrow they're going to do that Mary Sue reveal, the Tekken 8 Evo France top 8. I have very little interest in it. There might be some matches. Yeah, I think Qdons and Arslan is going to play. I think they're going to play. So I have some interest, but Tekken 8, I would say I use as a tool for my YouTube channel at this point. If I'm being perfectly honest, people like watching the game. They like watching me suffer on my stream playing the fucking game. And my own personal enjoyment when I'm not doing YouTube. If I'm playing Tekken 8 personally, I'm either trying something out in practice mode, because I do enjoy the discovery of, maybe a new trade, maybe a new way I can use a move, more practice mode, breakdown type stuff. I'm more of a technical player, and breaking down a character for my YouTube members, in a video form. I appreciate and I love that. But when it comes to the actual going online and playing a bunch of strangers I don't know and having to basically get fucked out of wins and get fucked out of rounds that I should have won, but because I got hit by a fucking Hail Mary win button that not only did their damage at probably from frames 13 up to 15 in terms of speed. So they already take their 40 to 50 damage. Then they send me flying across the stage. My character gets stuck on the fucking wall like flypaper. They fucking hit me. I get re-splatted onto the wall. Combo number 2. Then there's moves while I'm on the ground. Then I have to decide on how I'm going to get up. Like that's all because of a press of a button. Like, do I really, like, everybody has their breaking point. And while I can play Tekken 8 to a degree for a period of time, but I can only suffer so many rage art losses, so many win button losses. Because most of the time, even when I'm fighting characters like Anna, because we all know that she needs a fucking sledgehammer to the face when it comes to nerfs. When you're fighting characters like King, Hwoarang, Asuka with her fucking bullshit, all this, Jun, I can go. There's so many characters in this game that need serious adjustments. And then it's like you're on your way to winning. You have your opponent, you got their number, you've earned your fucking round, and then here comes a fucking rage art. Or here comes them, you know it, the stream knows it, they're gonna fucking do a rage drive. They're gonna hit the win button. And then in many cases, I know it's coming. I go to try to sidestep, my character may get clipped. Here goes 50 to 60 damage, plus a wall splat, pop, re-wall splat, pop, combo number 2, I'm dead. After being in a position of certain victory, of me earning that round from round 1's fight when we're both at 100%, and I end up getting fucked over in that way. That had nothing to do with the player. Nothing. Because I know what it's like to make a legitimate comeback. Hell, I've even done it on my streams. I don't need to fucking rely on a rage art or a win button to do it, but many of these players do. So when you lose like that, for me, it enrages me. And I guess that's part of the appeal of watching my streams, my suffer streams, because you get to see real unbridled rage that is authentic. Because I know 1,000,000,000%, were it not for those help me mechanics in Tekken 8, I would not have lost those matches or those rounds to the scrubs that I've lost them to. I wouldn't. But because those mechanics exist in this game and in the way they operate, you as a player that knows your frames, that knows the matchup, that does all, you do all the things that's right, that's correct. You do everything right. You invest time only to get hit by basically a 13 to 14 frame win button, which is essentially a fucking poke. So you basically might as well say you got poked and lost 50 plus damage, plus a wall splat, and or a balcony break or stage interactable, plus a second combo, and plus Oki on your wake up. All for the press of a fucking button. Get the fuck out of here. Like, anybody, look, like I said, man, if you're the type of person that may come into this comment section of this video and you want to defend this game, fine. I will try to have as much respect for you in the comment section, but if you're going to just tell me to get good or some other nonsensical thing, I'm just going to either ignore you or I'm just going to really roast you. Either one. It's a fair warning. Now, it doesn't happen many times because thankfully the vast majority of my comment section are filled with mature men and women. But every now and then you have those trolls that they just got nothing else better to do. So this goes out to those guys. Try me if you wish. But, you know, when it's almost like I feel like I may run out of things to say about this game. it's it's wild. Like, it's almost like, how many different ways can I say that this is a fucking party game and is a game made for casuals? Because I say it almost every time I talk about this game. That's what it is, and it just amazes me. And I'm humbled and appreciative that many of these videos, perhaps not this one, but many of the videos where I have talked my shit, I've spoken my truth, I've explained my issues for Tekken 8, and those videos literally blow up. And I'm like, damn. Like, I sure wish my other videos would have similar responses. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I say, I just hope that those people that subscribe to my channel from these stupid Tekken 8 rants, I just hope many of you play other things outside of Tekken, because I can tell you, I will be buying Battlefield 6 very soon. I will be streaming and playing it. I will be also streaming Ninja Gaiden 4 when that releases, I think October 21st or the 20th. I will be streaming Outer Worlds 2. I will be streaming Virtua Fighter 5 Revo. So I will definitely be doing a lot more on my channel than just suffering in a Tekken stream. The suffering streams will continue, don't get me wrong, because I understand and I fully embrace that this game's purpose is largely for me to build my channel and to get you guys to watch these videos, click the videos, maybe even subscribe. And I just hope and keep my fingers crossed that, like I said, to reiterate, that you guys like better games. I just hope that you guys like better games. I hope that you guys just aren't only eating, sleeping, and shitting Tekken. Because if you are, hey, that's cool. Happy to have you. But just know I'm going to be doing a lot more than just suffering playing this wonky ass party game that the devs themed as aggressive, but add mechanics in this game to stop aggression. So I don't know, man. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy top 8. In fact, oh yeah, I was gonna show something from Twitter, right? I was yapping. I didn't even. Yeah, so let me just show this bullshit right here. Now, I don't have an issue against this guy, but if we just look at this right here, right? Where is it? I think it's right here, right? Here we go. This is the Evo France. For those that probably don't know, Evo France, Fergus versus Knee. Look at all this bullshit. All this shit she has guaranteed. And as you can see, she has her install, right? Plus frames. Okay, he sidesteps. That's good. Look at that. So why does she have that guaranteed? She has way too much shit that's guaranteed. You have and it's like I say, if you read my my comment here, right? Look what I say here. Garbage character, horrid balance and mechanics. You take a defensive-based rooted character, grant her insufferable and brain rot offense that requires 2 brain cells to put together in this wonky-ass party game. I'm beyond convinced the devs have no balanced team whatsoever. And then I quote my homie ShinBlade, who in my opinion is one of the best Steve Fox players in the United States. Even he doesn't like it. And he is very much the opposite of me. ShinBlade loves this fucking game. He loves this game. And yes, he is an exceptional player. But even he has to call out the Asuka bullshit. And, I had to share that. And I say, I haven't even bothered to watch this nonsense event yet. Heard low, high, and knee lost, though. This game competitively is a joke. Horrible character design, busted mechanics, and a soon-to-be revealed dumb Mary Sue character that I can't wait to laugh at, Nakatsu's vision. And if we scroll down further, here is the character in question. I can't wait to laugh my fucking ass off over this character. I can't wait. I am a little bit curious. I am a little bit curious about what style of martial arts she looks like a fucking street worker, a red light district chick. whatever she's going to, what martial arts of art she's going to use. But outside of that, I have no real interest. I'm quite certain that this character is going to have a lot of balance issues. And we're already seeing that with the people that are complaining about Armor King, and the character's not even officially released to everybody yet. So this is why I told my subs that I am going to be live streaming Tekken 8 around the time of Armor King's release, because I already know the Armor King army is going to be in full effect, and the suffering on that Tekken 8 stream is going to be real. So tune in for that, or be on the lookout for that one. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Leave your likes, share the video if you want, and also, more importantly, if you could just join the channel, that would help immensely. I'm being perfectly honest, because you know, I definitely would like to have more members, and if I'm just being perfectly honest. So you can go to the main page right here, and on your end, or you know what, actually, hold up. Let's just do this real quick. So let me just go to my dummy account real quick. This is my dummy account. So you would literally see the join button right here. So just join that, and you can pick from any one of these options here, and your support is greatly appreciated, because I definitely need it. Because unlike these larger creators, it is just me. I am a struggling content creator in New York, and I just do what I can. Anyway, so I appreciate any and all support. But with that being said, let me get up out of here, and I'm going to, I don't know, think about what I'm going to do on the next video, and I guess we'll chat later. Anyway, take care. Peace.